Hello, hello! I would like it known that like a week before this became available, this new information became available, I was online. I was checking Amazon. I was checking Goodreads. I was like, it feels like it's about the time we should be getting some info on the next Lightlark book, and there was nothing. And then I wake up one morning, and Crowcaller already has a video out about it. As usual, Julian is behind the times, even when she attempts to be up on the times. The times escape me forever. So I, of course, immediately watched Crowcaller's video, but then I let some time, again, the theme, elapse so that I would kind of forget what Crowcaller said and I could give you all my own unfiltered opinions about the exciting, upcoming next book in the Lightlark series, which you guys know I'm gonna do a read-along about, like, that's obvious. Also, there are ferrets here, literally having a wrestling match on my foot. I would reach down and grab one, but I will get bitten. So, oh, there they go. Bye, girls. Lan was here right before I started recording, and then as soon as I started recording, he left. So let's make the journey over to Goodreads and have a little looky-loo at the blurb for the next book and a little peek at the cover. We have the cover, which I will put on the screen. I am assuming this is the final draft for the cover, but it feels so bare bones to me. Like, I don't mind the colors, you know, it looks okay, but at the same time, it feels even emptier than the last one. It feels like we're scaling back the covers bit by bit. And like the trend right now is kind of for busier covers. Like not like super busy, but like more going on than this. This feels really very similar to the previous cover. It's got like some sort of circular blurb in the middle and then some uneven, this time it's snake tails, last time it was smoke. There's sort of uneven smoke around the sides. And like, yeah, we do want continuity of covers. Obviously you want your books in a series to all look good together. It just feels like, to me, it feels like less and less effort is being put in on the covers. Obviously, Alex Astor has no control over the covers. Her publisher is in charge of those. She might have some small say because she's supposedly very popular. So, and of course, the title is Sky Shade, which is, I mean, that's just an umbrella, right? So I'm assuming there's going to be a giant umbrella in this book. Just enormous umbrella. Place your bets now, make your theories now in the comments what you think Sky Shade is going to refer to. Lightlark obviously was the island in the first book. In the second book, Nightbane turned out to be a plant that didn't really matter at all to the story, but was kind of a metaphor for Isla's darkness and light warring within her. She is both life and death, just like the Nightbane plant, which only has a name in the I keep wanting to call them darklings. In the Nightshade lands, they have a name, but they also grow in Isla's people's lands, and they don't have a name there. They're just called like the healing herb or healing flower or some shit like that, which is a little bit, feels a little shallow on the world building end, but we all know that these books are not renowned for their skillful world building, we'll say that. Ooh, crack theory time. Yes, I'm making crack theories before I even read the blurb. Crack theory time. Okay, Sky Shade makes me think of the Skylings, and we all know and love the leader of the Skylings, whose name I have forgotten, but you know who I'm talking about. He seems nice, he's gay, his lover is dead. You know, what more do you need to know about him? But anyway, what if the Skylings actually have like a secret uber weapon that could destroy everything this whole time, and we only find out about it in this book, and it's called the Sky Shade, and maybe it like blots out the sun or something. It blots out the sun to prevent the Sunlings from being in power because the Sunlings have been in power for too long. Ooh, wouldn't that be a twist? The Skylings that were always so nice and reasonable are actually the real enemy. That's never gonna happen in a million years, but ooh, wouldn't that be a twist, oh boy. All right, let's read the blurb. I've got my laptop over here, that's why I'm looking off screen. Let's read that blurb. I forget when this book is supposed to come out. Oh, November. Expected publication November. When is the next Silly Dragon book supposed to come out? Because I feel like this one is trying, I feel like it's around November, and I feel like this one is trying to like being rushed again. I'm certain it will feel rushed. I can't imagine it could feel more rushed than the previous book, but maybe it will find a way. But anyway, I think this book is being rushed out to be competition for the Silly Dragon book, even though it does not stand a chance. I'll be honest. Like, it doesn't matter how much Alex Astor insists that she is a book talk sensation. Her star is already fading. Oh, it's Tandy, everyone. It's Tandy, because every situation needs a Tandy. Tandy, Tandy, Tandy. Oh my goodness, it's Tandy. I'm being attacked. Viciously and brutally attacked by a Tandy. You are a spicy little goober. She's the spiciest little goober. There are no other ferrets around. I would be like, have somebody else play with her to save me from the Tendy, but everyone else is not around. What do you think, Tendy? What do you think? Does the book look bad? Mom, I don't read. Good job, Tinny, on not reading. You're saving yourself. All right, we're just gonna play this game, huh? Where she jumps at me, and I, poof, throw her onto the pile of soft blankets. This has been a ferret interlude that no one asked for. All right, so, like, I'm sure she still has a loyal fan base who's clamoring for the next book. They are probably pretty young. All right. It already has a 4.75, so the fans are coming to give it stars, 5 stars immediately. I do not understand. I will never understand the point of giving something 5 or 1 star before it even comes out. Like, yeah, it's just like people being like, let her end up with Oro, Team Grimm, like with all of the stars, and it's like, what is the point? That makes the stars mean nothing. And I mean, the stars already kind of meant nothing, but like, we are not helping the situation by 5 starring or 1 starring things before we've even read them. Come on. Anyway, pulse-pounding 3rd novel in the #1 New York Times bestselling series, The Lightlark Saga, by acclaimed author and book talk sensation Alex Astor. You know, book talk sensation is giving the same energy as a Wattpad sensation, which we all remember from that terrible read-along we did of The Cellar. Yeah, so it does not... Calling yourself a book talk sensation doesn't, to me, have, like, any clout. It's like, okay, sure. And also, it is really easy to be a New York Times bestseller. Like, you just have to sell a reasonable amount of copies and you're on the list. It means nothing, basically. If you're a traditionally published author, it means nothing. Anyway, back to the blurb. Love kills kingdoms. Back in Grimm's castle on Nightshade, Isla is reeling in the wake of a brutal battle and the devastating truths exposed. The battle was not that brutal. Her future and the fate of the world now hinge on a heart split in two. So it's good to know that nothing in the previous book mattered, because like, it seems like we're just still in a holding pattern here. She just went back to Grimm's land, and like nothing that she did. I thought that her making this choice was going to cause something to do with the other dimension where they came from and blah, blah, blah. But no, that does not seem to be the case. She just went back to Grimm's house to feel sad about the fact that she has 2 guys who like her. Past Isla, who fell in love with the ruler of Nightshade, fights to resist feelings she considers treasonous. The Isla of the present, who has seen the ruin her powers can cause, will do anything to save Lightlark and its king. So this to me implies that we're going to get more flashback scenes, because we've got past Isla and present Isla. So we're just going to get more flashback scenes because that's what Alex Astor really wants to write about, is Isla falling in love with Grimm. As the line between enemy and friend is tested. Ooh, fodder for my theory. For my Skyling theory? Probably not. Isla is more desperate than ever to understand the Oracle's final prophecy. She didn't give a fuck about the Oracle's final prophecy in the last book. She forgot about it. The Oracle was like, by the way, Isla, come back alone, I have a special prophecy for you. And then Isla didn't do that for like majority of the book until she was finally like, oh yeah, I should probably go find out what that last prophecy was. She didn't give a fuck. And change her heart-rending fate. But a storm is coming, and with it, a long-buried evil greater than anything the realms have faced before. Ooh, my old god? Is she awakening my old god? You remember in my video about how I would fix Nightbane, I had suggested that an old god be starting to rise up. Did Alex Astor take notes on my video? Unlikely. With the clock ticking on her destiny, I bet you this book is not. I bet you this book is just another holding pattern. There's no ticking clock. There was supposed to be a ticking clock last book, and it didn't mean anything. With a ticking clock on her destiny and the survival of 2 warring kingdoms hanging on her shattered heart, Isla Crown will either save the world or destroy it. So that's what you said about the last book. And she didn't do anything except choose a boyfriend. So I've heard that this series is going to be longer than 3 books. I thought it was going to be a trilogy, but I think I heard somewhere, probably from Crowcaller, that there's going to be like 5 books, which I think, again, her publisher is probably pushing her towards because they're going to be 5 books in the Silly Dragon series. So I think that her publisher legitimately thinks that the Lightlark series can stand up to the absolute juggernaut that is the Silly Dragon series. Fourth Wing, I had to look over at my shelf and be like, Fourth Wing, that's what it's called. There's absolutely no chance that it can stand up to the Fourth Wing series, but it's possible that the Fourth Wing series might also get drowned out by whatever next big thing shows up, because people love a first in a series. They love to get that first juicy hit of something new. So I bet you that before Fourth Wing even finishes its series, there will be a new thing that has come to take over. And honestly, Lightlark is so old news. We are over Lightlark, except for here on this channel where we read that shit because it is bonkers and great examples of what not to do as writers. So drop your theories down below. I'm gonna go look at when the next Dragon book is coming out. Okay, we are gonna, the next Lightlark book is gonna beat the next Fourth Wing book to publication. I think potentially at first, Onyx Storm, which is the silly name of the next Silly Dragon book. I think at first that one was going to be coming out in November, but the author was like, I cannot keep up this pace, and I don't blame her. Hi, Lan, you want to come here? No, he does not. Okay, bye. Snubbed by a ferret again. Oh, hi, Chai-Chai. Chai-Chai. Hi, Chai-Chai. So we do not have a cover yet for Onyx Storm, and we do not have a blurb yet. It also has 4.3 stars on Goodreads from people, just 5 and 1-starring it preemptively. 479 people doing that. If you do that, please explain yourself in the comments below, because it doesn't make any sense to me. You haven't read the book. Anyway, Onyx Storm is supposed to come out. Expected publication is late January of next year. So yeah, this new Lightlark is gonna beat. I keep looking over there because that's where I have my read-along books on a shelf over there. But yeah, the next Lightlark is going to beat it to shelves. And it'll space it out a bit so that when I do my read-along, I will have a little bit of a break in between. I'm probably not gonna do a read-along of the next Silly Dragon book, but I will do another like really in-depth review like I did of Iron Flame, because I just don't have the same dedication to the Silly Dragon books as I do to Lightlark. Lightlark somehow, I think it is just the sheer level of goofiness and the sheer level of, quite frankly, ineptitude on display in those books that just keeps me coming back for more. I can't stay away. But yeah, so those are the deets on the next book from the Lightlark series. All my animals are being very loud and silly. I look like I just rolled out of bed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this informative and entertaining. Again, do leave your comments below with your thoughts on what the next book is going to be about, what you think Sky Shade means. Is it going to be another holding pattern of a book, or is something actually going to happen? Will Isla go back to Oro by the end of the next book, so she just flip-flops back and forth from book to book? We'll find out together, you and I, hand in hand. Also, speaking of new books, if you want a new book that you can read right now, my latest book, it's nice and slim. This novella is a supernatural thriller, so if you're in the mood for one of those, found family, character-driven, supernatural thriller, nice quick read, check out Second Floor. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see all of you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!